Monday will be a day of history. President Obama will be inaugurated on Martin Luther King Day, a day that comes 50 years after the March on Washington and 150 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. The president talked about that legacy in a new video released by the White House.
Two figures that I admire probably more than anybody in American history are Dr. King and President Lincoln. So for me to have the opportunity to be sworn in using the Bibles of these two men that I admire so deeply on the 150th anniversary of the Emancipation Proclamation, 50th anniversary of the March on Washington is, I think, fitting because their actions, the movements they represented, are the only reason that it's possible for me to be inaugurated.
As the president said, the actions of Lincoln and King made this moment possible. And today we heard a new side of Dr. King. New York Public Radio aired a previously unreleased interview from 1961 with Dr. King talking about his work and his fears. Here he is talking about how his mother talked to him about racism at an early age.
It seems to me that the only thing that the mother can do, the Negro mother, is to try from the beginning to instill in the child a sense of somebodyness. This was what my mother tried to do. She made it very clear that in spite of these conditions, you are as good as anybody else, and you must not feel that you are not. And this was her way of saying you should not have an inferiority complex.
He continued for a cause he knew was right. That's the lesson of Lincoln, of Dr. King, and President Obama. Dr. Reverend Wyatt T. Walker, who was executive director to Dr. King and later chaired the National Action Network board for me, used to always remind me of his favorite quote from Dr. King. He would say, "You measure not a man by where he stands in the time of convenience, but by where he stands in the times of controversy." The president now, Dr. King, and even Lincoln before, they stood in the most controversial and the most perilous times. And that's how we can measure people that show leadership and stability and vision and commitment when it's the most difficult of times. Anyone can shine when everything's going well, but it's when that is the darkest we can see those that really bear the brightest lights. Thanks for watching. I'm Al Sharpton.